What madness is this?
Alright. You guys have got to hear about this fucking Cuban situation. Oh my God! It's madness. Get ready. Strap on your laughing hats, folks. This gets... oh my God. So, Donald Trump kidnaps Maduro. Right? And a bunch of people that lead a bunch of shit-ass countries, they all went, why don't you try that shit with me? And Donald Trump went, okay. So he blew up everybody in Iran. Killed everybody, destroyed all these leadership people, right? Fucking everything up. So Cuba went, oh shit. And the guy that runs Cuba's like, okay, we want to make a deal. we want to make a deal. Right? So, the Cuban people all went, fucking A. This is great. All these Cuban people that flee Cuba because they didn't want to live in oppressive rule, they're all, whoa, Donald Trump's going to free Cuba. Fuck yeah. Right? Well, you know, as always, whenever Donald Trump wants to do something, there's always somebody who's like, no, that's the worst thing that could possibly be done. So, Greta Thunberg, Greta the Thun, and Hassan, Electric Dog Piker, and a bunch of other fucking retards from a group called Pink Dumbasses, right? They all went to Cuba with like $1 million worth of supplies and stuff, which is cool. That's, you know, fucking nothing, but whatever. It's still something. Something is something, even if it's a drop in the bucket. It's still a drop in the bucket. Fantastic. That's wonderful of them to do. So they brought Cuba $1 million in supplies. Or like $2 million, $1.5 million. Bunches of money in supplies. Awesome, right? And then they all shacked up in this 5-star hotel. And they decided to have a music party. They had a little rave. And they all had a party, and there was band, and they sucked up all manner of power, and then Cuba is now in a blackout, except for the 5-star hotel that all the rich people are staying at. That still has power, because we got to give power to the tourists, right? But everybody else in the country is pitch black. This was like a couple days ago. They went down to help. Isn't life so much easier when the power is out? Like, you don't have to worry about, you know, going anywhere or like looking at anything or like doing anything. You just sit there in the dark. Isn't life so much easier when you could just sit there in the dark? We're going to have a party, but you guys can just sit there in the dark. We've come to help. We've come to help alleviate you of your power. Wow. I mean, it's not a good look, to say the least, to see videos of the fucking well-lit, massive 5-star hotel. Everything else is pitch fucking black, no lights, not even street lights. Like, and yet again, Hassan is in a communist country. So, of course, He's just explaining it all the way. Look, guys, you gotta understand. Tourism is like Cuba's #1 thing, so we have to stay at a 5-star hotel. We have to. Otherwise, we won't be able to shower money down upon the poor folks who work for the hotel. We're here to help. We brought like $1 million worth of stuff. Just live your life without power for the next couple of days. We'll go away. We'll get bored. And we'll move on to the next country that Donald Trump says that he's going to fuck with. And then we'll suck up all their resources. But it'll be okay. Because we'll bring them $1 million worth of stuff. We're going to fuck them out of $1 billion out of, of resources. But whatever. We brought them some toilet paper. Like, I don't know, man. The lines between what is actually good and what is just nice have been blurred so badly. Like, you don't give an alcoholic booze. You don't take an alcoholic to the bar. They want alcohol. Alcohol would make them happy. But you don't do it because it's bad. You're going to get them killed, right? Do you teach a man to fish, or do you just give him a fish? What's good for people is if you want to go down there and drop off supplies for the people, go fly over there with a plane loaded up with supplies and hand it out to the people. And then fucking leave. Don't stay there and throw a party for yourself. What the fuck? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Who the fuck was sitting there going, oh, no. We get some band to play and we'll set up a stage and everybody can dance and it'll be a grand old time. Well, are we going to invite any of the locals? Fuck no. This is for white people. This is for white rich people. We're here to help. Turn your lights off. We got to set up the fucking woofers. We need you all to turn off your air conditioning. We need you all to shut off your ventilators. Like, look, I don't know if it's true or not, but I did hear a report that because of this blackout, like, everybody that was in the hospital on a ventilator died. I don't know if that's actually true or if that's some online bullshit. But if that's even one person true, if one person had to die so that they could throw a fucking rave, how much are you really helping?